Good morning. This morning, Jeannie and I are getting ready to leave to go to Orange Beach, Alabama for this week. And so here I am bright and early this morning doing my devotion. I want to read to you from the Gospel of John, chapter 9. As he went along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents?" But he was born blind. "Neither this man nor his parents sinned," said Jesus. "But this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. As long as it is day, we must do the works of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world." After saying this, he spit on the ground, made some mud with the saliva, and put it on the man's eyes. "Go," he told him, "wash in the pool of Shiloh." So the man went and washed and came home seeing. His neighbors and those who had formerly seen him begging asked, "Isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg?" Some claimed that he was. Others said, "No, he only looks like him." But he himself insisted, "I am the man." May God bless this reading and this hearing for us this morning. This story is a story that to me is just quite remarkable. And it's not that Jesus could heal a man born blind, but it's the discussion that Jesus and his disciples have. The disciples asked Jesus, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" The prevailing thought at that day, if you were born blind, or if you were born lame, or you had some kind of great accident or some kind of tragedy, it's because you had sinned. You had done a great sin. And in this case, the man being born blind, the disciples were asking, what did his parents do this? Did his parents do some great sin that he was born blind? And of course, him being born blind, he hadn't had the opportunity to do anything to make him blind. And Jesus answered them, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned. But this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. As long as it is day, we must do the works of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. While I'm in the world, I am the light of the world." Well, first of all, Jesus dispels the prominent theology of the day about people being sick, about people being ill and having some kind of disability in their life. He just clearly says neither this man nor his parents did anything. And then he says, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Now there's a question that comes there. Did God make this man be born blind just for this perfect time in his life? Now, I cannot answer that one. If we read this just literally, yes, that's what happened. Is that this happened so that God's work might be displayed in him for all to see. Or just because, as we know more now about science and things of that nature, was this man just born blind? Was there something in the DNA or whatever that caused him to be born blind? I don't know. But I know this. I know that moment in time, when the disciples asked the question and Jesus answered the question, at that moment in time, that man was blind, and God's power is going to be displayed. God's power was going to be shown to the disciples and all those people that this man knew. Just think about it. God's power on display. Jesus heals the man. And then the whole conversation, the whole narrative takes off where people are wondering, is it him or is it not him? The Pharisees and the Sadducees and all those other C's and religious leaders got upset because this happened on the Sabbath. And you're not supposed to do those kind of things on the Sabbath. You're not even supposed to do good on the Sabbath. And Jesus just does away with the prevailing theology and was that thought about doing good on the Sabbath because he healed this man. And it wasn't the first man he healed on the Sabbath. So God's power is on display for you today. God's power is on display for you and for him. Look for it, seek it, pray for it, and watch what God will do. Amen.